You feel me? Like, he should have come and did a song with Swifty before he did one with Tommy Buns.
Tommy Buns.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Wait, I didn't know you didn't get along with him.
Oh God, what's cracking with that?
It's not that I don't get along. It's just I be thinking, I be looking at these fools and I'll be like these fools, like they're upstate. They're from upstate. Like, he's from Tulare, but at the same time he gonna come down to LA and he gonna avoid motherfuckers like Swifty Blue. But in reality, it's like nigga, you gotta come show respect to everybody, gang. You from Tulare, like, what is you doing over here? You know what I'm saying?
What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know, das. I'm about to get it in. But before I get it in, let's get this intro in for legal purposes. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on also. That way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the Gunz stays kicking, and I appreciate the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. So Swifty Blue makes headlines again, right? When will Swifty stop? He can't stop because he won't stop. First and foremost, man, he shows Norteños a lot of love, right? Respectfully. He's like, man, he ain't even tripping off a Northerner. That dude right there, he's like GT Digital, right? He's ready to go sign. He's ready to do a video. He's ready to do whatever he has to do. But in the same breath, at the same time, this man is making headlines for disrespecting upstaters, for saying Tommy Gunz, in his words, Tommy Buns. We call him Tommy Lenses or Tommy Cameras around here. But Tommy Gunz needs to check in if he's in the Paramount or LA area, because he's an upstater. He's from Tulare. Let me go ahead and clarify. He is not from Tulare. He's from Tulare County. He's actually a Pixlonero from Pixlon, with a population of 2,000-3,000 people, right? Which doesn't make it a big issue, but it's a small issue. The issue here is that Swifty Blue jumped on an interview with JRen TV, which obviously, man, is a good look for him and for Swifty to push his brand, get his name out there and do his thing. They were on the TikTok live, and they got to conversing, talking, interviewing, man. And I like the way JRen conducts himself. He lets the speaker speak. He lets them put out. He's not like Adam 22. He doesn't interrogate them. He asks questions about their music, their life, what they're getting into now, and just basically pushes a positive note, right? And I respect it. So at the end of the day, the guys that are trying to create beef between myself and that kid, that will never happen because I respect his platform. But I will say this, right? All of a sudden, he's asking questions, and Swifty Blue starts to give a different type of response. Now, is it jealousy? Is it envy? Is he upset that Tommy Gunz is getting pushed more so in the rap game or out on the social media circuit more than Swifty Blue is? Because if you guys remember, Swifty Blue was that one. When Swifty Blue first came out, man, and was popping, he was all over social media. People couldn't get enough Swifty, right? Swifty's very talented, probably one of the better rappers in Southern California, period, right? Black and brown. Swifty he's talented. He's got that. But some of the things he said on social media, he got too full of himself, too ahead of himself, and started making some derogatory statements, started to involve gangs, started to involve people he shouldn't have. And a lot of people fell off. A lot of people backed up. That whole check-in to Swifty, if you're going to go to LA and conduct business, was just a play. It was fun. It was like AI nowadays. It was six-fingerish, right? Everybody knew it was bullshit. But Swifty started to believe his own stories and his own lies and his own bullshit, right? And so people started to take it serious, and they started to disrespect Swifty. He started to fight back. And at the end of the day, we all know what happened. 19 individuals got incarcerated on a murder plot on Swifty Blue. Now, whether that's true, whether that's going to continue to play out, we're yet to see, man. I wish the best for Swifty Blue, but he makes headlines again. He can't keep his mouth shut. He can't fade off. He can't just do music and do his thing. No, not Swifty. No, not Swift. Not Swifto. He'll beat a booch down with a 2x4, right? Swifty has to continue to push his name because no one else is doing it for him. And I understand when your business is making music, when your business is social media, the only thing you can do is be a little controversial so people click, they watch, they tap in, they view. And that's exactly what he did right here when he started to mention Tommy Gunz. Now, Tommy Gunz has been under fire lately for several recordings that paint a bad light on him. I mean, there's even content creators that are real top heavy when it comes to Southsiders, meaning they promote the Southern cause way above the Northern cause. And even they are questioning his ability to fight. They're questioning his ability to tell. They're questioning his ability to run and to definitely record. That's not a question. We know he all does that, right? But based upon that, he's an upstater. He's from Tulare County. It seems like that is now becoming the excuse for his shenanigans, for the way he's acting. I'm here to tell you right now, I know some down-ass upstaters that have put fingertips, toes, hands, feet, and all kinds of different other body parts on a motherfucker, regardless of where you're from. I understand if you're from Southern California, you're Sureño or a Southsider, man. You were raised differently. You carry yourself different. There's a certain aura, arrogance, and swag about a Southerner from Southern California. But I'll tell you guys, the upstaters are not too far off. A lot of them are influenced by the Southern California beat and vibe, right? So a lot of the guys that lived in LA are from barrios from LA, actually went up north and did establish barrios in that namesake, in that hood's sake. And so a lot of them guys push just like dudes from Southern California. Now, there is a little bit of a difference. It's a different area geographically, man. It's a different DNA and makeup. But at the end of the day, a Southsider's a Southsider, no matter if he's from up north or down south, period. Because I'm going to tell you right now, he'll get his head tore off by Northerners the same way, and he'll tear a Northerner's head off the same way. So it doesn't really matter. But now I see the narrative. I see the play. I see the blueprint. It's being used as an excuse that he's an upstater because of some of the fucking funny style bullshit that he's been involved in. It's kind of like, hey, man, I seen a dude that said, hey, if he was a Southerner, a real Southerner from Southern California, he would have kept getting off regardless of getting incarcerated, regardless of getting caught up. Because a lot of people seen the video Tommy Gunz put out and they were like, damn, that Valter looks like he don't want to get caught. He's looking like he was trying to get away when he's saying, hey, we already got him. Hey, let's go. Let's go. We already beat that buster up. We got him, right? You know, most people that are really mad and really involved to the point where they don't give a fuck and they're putting it down for their body or their set or their group or whatever they claim, they're going to keep on going till they are slammed on the ground until the wheels fall off. That goes back to the YA baby mentality, man. You get off where you're mad at and you don't stop. When they mace you, you don't stop. You don't stop till you're slammed on your head in cuffs, period. But Tommy Gunz doesn't play that way. But that has nothing to do with him being from Northern California, because that's disrespectful to Northern California saying that Vatos are watered down up north or they're not willing to go the distance, because I know a few Northenders that will travel your distance just to get off on you. That's the truth. But Swifty Blue seems to have some type of animosity towards Tommy, and it's leaking into jealousy. And I'll tell you guys why right now, because Tommy Gunz is being pushed. For whatever reason, he's a black Southerner, not a Sureño, but a Southsider who's being pushed in the industry, man. He has that look. Can't necessarily rap that good, but he's not that bad. And people see him as kind of gimmicky. You know, he's out there trying to sell T-shirts and pants with Chapo on them. He's just doing his thing. He's a young kid, man. He's getting more shine than he's ever received in his life. So I understand how he's feeling. And people like Swifty Blue, who were once that man, who is no longer embraced or loved the way he was, probably feel some type of way about it. So he goes on JREN TV to conduct an interview. And within that interview, or I wouldn't even say it was an interview, it was more of a conversation. He just jumped on a live with them. And it kind of enveloped and developed into an interview. You could hear Swifty Blue saying some derogatory things about Tommy Gunz, basically saying he has to check in. If he's going to conduct business in LA, he's an upstater. He needs to go make his presence felt. And Swifty, of course, with the check-in bullshit, is going to continue that narrative and say he needs to check in with me. Look, I don't believe any man should check in with anyone. I believe a man should check up. What I mean by check up is if you're going to be in someone's neighborhood, if you're going to be promoting, if you're going to be doing business and you still are a gang member, an active gang member, then you definitely want people to know your whereabouts, what you're coming down doing, who your affiliations are, and who you're affiliated with, and what your intentions are, because that's respect. It's not because you have the need for safety and security because you're scared or because you can't wiggle as a grown man without anyone giving you say so. But you obviously know, man, Southern California, Northern California is not ran by the streets, nor is it ran by neighborhoods. Individual neighborhoods have their politics and they do their thing, but most shit is ran by individuals behind the wall. So if you go and you're not kicking in, or if you go and you're making money on someone's voter that's already spoken on or is in behalf of someone, and you're not doing what you should do, yes, you're going to be questioned. Yes, you're not going to be embraced or invited. You're not going to be welcomed, Holmes. And that's the last thing you want, especially in Southern California, to not be welcome, because that could end in tragedy and it could end in black clothing and you 6 feet somewhere, right? Look, Tommy Gunz is a youngster. He's been running around LA. I don't know if he literally moved out there, but he's of an understanding in a business mindset that LA is where you need to be if you're going to make money. You're not going to make it in Pixie at the gas station shooting videos. You're definitely not going to make it out in the fields picking. Right now, Cesar Chavez done fucked that up for everyone. Like, you're not going to do a lot of things where he's from. You know, no one's hollering and shouting. Shout out to Tulare County. I'll shout it out, but no one's out there shouting from the hills. Go to Tulare County. You can make all the moves. No, the power play is to go to LA. Everyone knows that. Even Northerners know that. That's why they're traveling to LA to do interviews and make music videos, because people understand La La Land, man, is filled with glam, glitz, stars, and realness. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing of all is money, a bag, attention, views, clout. You're going to get all that in LA. In Tulare County, you're going to get some oranges, some tortas, you know what I'm saying? Some Northerners mean mugging, and a whole lot of bullshit. That's what you're going to get. And Tommy knows, so he wiggled to LA to it embraced by the Southern cause. Now, he is an upstater, and I'm sure he's proud of it. And look, I'm proud to say that the Southerners up north are a fabric of Northern California at this point. There's no fucking denying it. They've been around since the beginning. They're going to stay around. They've established, put their flag in the dirt, and they're there. You know, so everything that happens from this point on with North and South up in Northern California ain't something that just happened yesterday. It's going to something that's happened for a long time is going to continue to happen. And I understand that. I respect the point that Tommy Gunz reps Tulare County, doesn't switch up and say, oh, no, man, that's up north. No, he represents his upstate roots, where he's from. You got to respect it. But Swifty don't. See, Swifty's a divide and conquer type individual, man. And I like Swifty Blue. No disrespect towards Swifty. I hope he doesn't take this video that way. He'll watch it for sure, right? Because it mentions him. Swifty Blue believes that upstaters and Southsiders from down south in Southern California are different. A lot of people believe that. I believe that the upstaters have a reason to be mad at Northerners because that's their enemigos, whereas I believe Southerners from Southern California only have to conduct themselves in that manner behind the walls. And down south, man, there is no Norteño, so there's no reason for the hatred or the animosity or even to get off when you see one. But that's totally up to your politics, what you know, and how you're laced and educated, right? Obviously, Swifty Blue seems like he's more against upstaters at this point. He's always pushed the envelope for upstaters and showed them love, but that was when he was fucking with and functioning with Chito Ranas from Sacramento. See, when he was doing all that, you know, he was rocking with the upstaters. It was the upstater movement, man. Swifty was showing him love. They were showing him love. I'm sure some of them still do just because he's a Southsider. Like, it was all that, right? But as soon as he had the falling out with Chito, him and Chito no longer were seeing eye to eye. Chito kind of fucking backstabbed him, according to what Swifty says. And it's his story. He told it. You know, it seemed like his vendetta against upstaters was kind of like he let one man be the cause for him to not really like a movement, for him to say, you know what? Hey, he's like that, so they all are. I'm here to tell you, no, absolutely not. Not at all, not even in the slightest. I got a primo who's an upstater that'll tear fucking Swifty's head from his shoulders immediately while saying A-Town, right? It just is what it is. But Swifty Blue did take to the airwaves and kind of disrespect Tommy and say Tommy needs to check in. Called him Tommy Buns, which of course is a joke, man, is what people say. But it's actually a term that started by Norteños online. So he's basically agreeing with the Norteños and using one of their catchphrases and using one of their titles and one of their derogatory things that they call Tommy. So it's a trip. It's like Swifty's all over the place. 1 minute he's cool with the Norteños and it's all good. The next minute he's calling them all types of busters and shit. Then he's apologizing for it. Then after, you know, he likes Tommy Gunz. He doesn't like Tommy Buns. He's doing a lot of different things and saying a lot of different things that are getting people up north all discombobulated. I'm going to tell you guys right now. If he feels that Tommy Gunz has lost his LA pass because of some of the things that he's been on camera doing, I understand that. You know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And when Avato's out there looking weak as fuck, recording situations that paint him in a bad light, you know, actually recording videos or having videos being put out there of him telling security on a civilian, running up with another dude and saying that they dusted and they beat up this Norteño when they merely scratched him and he looked like he had both of them in the chokehold at the same time. I mean, look, you see the video the way you want to see it. I see it the way I want to see it. What I want to see is a raza not fighting each other at all, period. But I understand Tommy Gunz has a belief system and he's going to stand on that. And Swifty's going to do the same damn thing. Obviously, there's a lot of Southsiders right now from Southern California that ain't feeling the energy coming from Tommy Gunz because he's making the Southside look bad, right? But there's going to be a lot of people that come and make you look bad and a lot of people that make you look good. You got to take the good, be optimistic, don't be pessimistic, and leave the bad where you found it. That's just facts. That's real game. I give you game, but I don't give it up, right? No added preservatives. Look, Tommy Gunz is a youngster. He's going to do young acting things. When he matures, when he has good education and real people around him that are teaching him, an OG that's giving him the real righteous game, he'll do better because he knew better. At this point in the stage in his life, he's gangbanging. He doesn't know if he wants to do music or fight people at Payless. You know, he's supposed to be buying shoes, not trying shoes on, right? That's just what he's supposed to be doing. And he obviously needed shoes because he was wearing Crocs or chanclas walking around a mall. But that ain't gangster. Look, I'll say this. Swifty Blue said what he said, that Tommy Gunz needs to check in. And I believe he's not the only one. There's a lot of Southsiders that are feeling that type of way. Like I said, I've seen people that once were top heavy with Southsiders and only promoted them and disrespected Northerners, literally calling Tommy Gunz on his shit, asking why he's recording, saying, hey, bro, that didn't look good. You definitely didn't rep the Sur Gang when you were doing that. And I could tell by the writing on the video, you know. I'll say this, man. Tommy Gunz is a young kid, man. He's going to get his shit together, hopefully for him, and he doesn't get caught up, do life, or end up in a body bag, because that is the route he's taking right now. As far as Swifty Blue saying what he's saying, Swifty's a smart motherfucker. He's just trying to make a play. Tommy Gunz's name is out there, so Swifty's going to go ahead and utilize his name to express a feeling. Is he lying? Not really. Does Tommy Gunz need to go check in LA with Swifty Blue? No. But there's a lot of dudes in LA, I'm sure, that are feeling like, hey, bro, you know, you ain't from down here, homie. You know what I mean? Hey, you're from up there. Put your fucking shirt on, Issy. Right? There might be a lot of people feeling that type of way because of the shit that he's putting out on himself. He's doing a little too much. He needs to slow down. Like Bobby Valentino in LA looking at that chick with a butterfly on her stomach. That's what he needs to do. So as for Swifty saying what he said, he did disrespect Tommy Gunz. He did say Tommy Gunz need to check in. What do you think? Do you think people are hating on Tommy Gunz, or do you really think that Tommy Gunz is making him and Sur Gang look bad, and so that's the reason why people are voicing their opinions? Now, look, I honestly and full-fledged believe that Swifty Blue is the last one that needs to be speaking on shit. He needs to be worried about staying alive and getting the fuck up out the way, right? But hey, that man's going to speak on what he wants to speak on. He's a grown man, and you got to respect it. If you're going to hear it, you're going to listen to it. That's just what it is. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Tommy Gunz, man, is in trouble with the Sur Gang? Does he got a DP coming? Should he go check in and let everyone know, hey, it was my fault? You know what I mean? Or should he just say, fuck Swifty and keep doing his thing, man? Motherfuckers is jealous of him. I don't know, man. It's looking kind of shaky. The grounds are looking shaky in Southern California right now concerning Tommy Gunz. Like I said, he could be in trouble. He could definitely get a chequeada. It could be a situation where someone OG pulls him to the side and says, hey, let me talk to you. Say, first, for the mamota, well, I got something in it. Okay, all right. Flick it, homie. Flick it. All right, they say, okay, damn, this shit itches my nipple when my shit goes down. Hey, Holmes, what's up with you fighting that fucking Norteño, homie, and he fucking choked you out? They say, almost body slammed you. What's wrong with you? It's saying, what's wrong with that Africano Neo Desire? You know, the homie? Talking about that the homie should have fucking beat up the chick too. What kind of shit is that? I'll be doing a video on that. Anyways, right? You need to get your head together, I say, because if you're gonna rep this right here, I say, look down. Then you better be on point, I say. And why the fuck you gotta start? I don't care if it's cracked, it's still a fucking estrella, I say, right? Anyways, I don't know. Swifty Blue's trying to be OG. I don't think he's OG enough, man. I think Swifty Blue needs to stay the fuck up out the way and keep his comments to himself before he fucks around and gets in trouble again, right? And that's just the way it is. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people, man. This is the new Superman. Super shit, man. We talking about some new super stuff, right? This video is sponsored by Vario Liquors out there in Turlock, California. If you're in the area, man, go pull up to Turlock, California. Get you something icy, something slushy, and something cold to drink. And I heard he got some good snacks and shit, too. So go pull up, right? Also, by Sticks and Stones Yard Service, man, if you need someone to come take care of your yard, make sure you Google Sticks and Stones if you're in the Tucson, Arizona area, and he'll definitely pull up and take care of you. Remember, we need to support, as the gente, as the raza, we need to support small, local raza businesses, man. If we don't do it, guess what? No one else will. Hey, no disrespect to Tommy, no disrespect to Swifty. You guys know how I do it because you both watch my videos, so don't say you don't, right? Get your shit together, I think. Get your shit together. Now I'm OG. I'm almost 50.